Psst, disclaimer. Hello, yes, this is OP.
Hello, OP, this is your dad. That's just every post on the sub, to be honest. Well, good evening, laddies, lasses, and lasses, and welcome to the click. You look dandy, fina-licious today. And welcome to r/InsaneParents, a subreddit we haven't covered in a while, but I kind of enjoy revisiting this one just to go on little rants and life lesson tips and that kind of stuff, you know, from my own experience or just discussing the things we found on the subreddit. So I do hope you enjoy it as much as I enjoy making it. And if you do enjoy, subscribe. Yeah, good promotion click. So often, children are punished for being human. They are not allowed to have grumpy moods, bad days, disrespectful tones, or bad attitudes. Yet, we adults have them all the time. None of us are perfect. We must stop holding our children to a higher standard of perfection than we can attain ourselves. I think a very good life lesson that I started making for myself is that you can never pretend to be above the negative human emotions. All of us get angry, all of us get petty or jealous or gossipy. It's part of being human. But it's what you do with those emotions that determine how mature you are about it. And if you choose to make those emotions other people's problems, that's when it becomes an issue. So what you should teach your children in this case is probably like, yeah, it's okay to have bad attitudes, but if you're being angry, don't scream at someone, maybe just go, for a run or smack a boxing bag or something. Use that energy in a different outlet. Don't let it hurt anyone else. I think that's a very important way of doing it.
My mother-in-law saying that the COVID vaccine killed a person who's at a funeral we're at and launching into an anti-trans rant and saying the LGBTQ plus is a cancer.
My sexual scientist enthusiast has ready to throw hands at a funeral. My husband. It's really frustrating. My God, I had some relatives that turned out to be anti-vax. Holy my God, that was a frustrating talk. But the truth of the matter is, it's very important that we all try to make the world a better place, especially when it comes to opinions that are actively harmful to people. But also don't put the pressure on yourself to surround yourself with people you find toxic just because you feel the need to change their opinions. It's not up to you to change the entire world. Make sure that your net effect on the world is at least a little bit positive, and that's enough. If everyone did that, the world will be a pretty awesome place. We don't have to change it by ourselves.
Meet the newest member, my nephew, COVID. Okay. Born February 3rd, 2021. Weighed 6 pounds and 14 ounces. Loves you. Can't wait to spoil you to death.
Like literally, or with a name like, alright.
Congratulations to my brother Blair, my sister-in-law Blair, bringing this innocent, sweet, beautiful boy into the chaos world. In these moments, we must cherish during these times. Love you guys and love you, COVID. That's like a sentence out of context. I can't wait to see an awesome Big Brother. How the hell did we become the dominant species on this fucking... Oh my God.
Dear ma'am, I must ask you a question. What is wrong with you? I am going to become a parent. I am going to control my kid's life. I'll inconvenience myself to ensure my kid is happy and healthy. I'll inconvenience myself to ensure my kid is happy and healthy. That is on you. Whenever you choose to get a kid, a pet, or anything of the sort, it's your choice to get it. It wasn't the kid's or the pet's choice. And it's up to you to be responsible for them. What's your room number? My name? Don't give me any more excuses. Tomorrow morning your phone will be cancelled. That is, text me your room number. Stop ignoring me. Trying to find a phone number for the RA. What is so secretive there? If you don't call me back, I'm going to call the police right now. You know I don't play games. I'm getting food. Wait, all of these texts, everything from what is your room number up until threatening to call the police, is made in a span of 3 minutes. The reason why kids should be homeschooled, this is indoctrination. There is no place for any of this in schools.
Black Lives Matter. Women's rights are human rights.
I knew it! Women aren't real! Finally, we have a source material. It's confirmed. No humans is illegal. No human is illegal. Okay, I kind of botched the grammar. Science is real. Love is love. Kindness is everything. I still like women aren't real. We faked the moon landing, and we faked women.
My mom. My self-confidence.
That's the worst. Parents have such a big influence on their children's lives. Make sure that you tell them when something is wrong, but also allow them to make mistakes. Coming from moi, who is now old, really old. The most valuable lesson is to learn from someone else's mistakes, because you don't have to suffer the consequences necessarily. But it's very rare that we learn it fully unless we do it ourselves. So unless it's something actively harmful the child is doing, allow them to make mistakes. We all make mistakes. That's how we found our passions in life. That's how we learn what we enjoy. That's how we learn what not to do. You need to take a wrong step sometimes in order to find the right path. And parents, especially who rack down on their children too hard and just ruin their self-confidence, that Follows them for life. Don't do that. Confidence in yourself is very important. It goes into pretty much everything you do. Me, being disciplined, ignoring your kid, yelling at your kid at every opportunity, never helping them understand what they did wrong, invalidating your kid's wants and needs, accusing your kid of having something wrong with them. Oh my! I was crying reading this. Who does this to anyone, let alone children?
My mama just said she's gonna withhold my antidepressants to teach me a lesson.
Hey, I broke my bone, but my mom took my crutches and my bandages to teach me a lesson. Oh, how goody! Mental illness is just as valid as any other illness. What is this? Garbage. Just because your child is an adult doesn't make their opinion invalid. Indeed, it's its balance where adults on average typically know more, just because more life experience, but that doesn't mean every child's opinion is wrong and it doesn't invalidate their emotions. It's a two-way street. Kids should respect their parents, but the parents should also respect the kid back. Manipulating my child into being friendly with me again, yelling at them more. Insane parents after an argument. Defeat fire with fire. More yelling cancels out the old yelling. Right? My mom. Calling your daughter a bad word for sex workers.
Why don't you talk to me? I haven't seen you in weeks.
This just goes for any relation in life. Don't insult people constantly and expect them to stay or even come back. Family is a starting point, not a guarantee. It's amazing when family works out, but some of these parents just treat it like a guarantee.
I gave birth to you, so that gives me the right to treat you however I want.
No, I'm on my way to a parole meeting that may not go so well, so I might be on my way to prison. Well, no prison, just a 90-day drug inpatient rehab. Photo. Video. Can your friend still get acid? A functioning parent-child relationship. Using your child for connections, very productive. Parents before a kid is born. I'll control my child's life. Parenting will be fun. Parents after a kid is born.
Mother says the kid woke up early and needs food. Why is parenting so hard?
You can just water them like plants. Just put their toes in some dirt and just sprinkle some water there. Photosynthesis will solve the rest. My mom throws me out. She harasses me through text and threatens to report me missing, even though my whole family knows where I am. Making my 6-year-old brother send voicemails about how I broke their hearts with her telling him what to say in the background.
You've ruined this family.
People that use family members, especially children, as weapons in family arguments. No, cease.
The reason I preach #Christianity. My daughters represent the right. Taylor Swift's for JJ represent the left.
What? Why the random Taylor Swift shade? Secondly, why are you making social media posts about your daughter's privates? Stop!
You have an F in culinary arts. I want all your stuff packed up before I leave for work in the morning.
I saw that earlier.
Why didn't you say anything? I just saw it.
I would suggest looking at Student View and looking at my grade assignments in there, then looking at Google Classroom, because I first saw this 45 minutes ago. It's because she's put on 0 on my potato assignment, even though I turned it in.
Jax, no room for discussion.
Can you at least look at a Student View in Classroom?
Stuff packed before I leave for work.
Why won't you listen to me?
Do you have an excuse for everything? F equals no stuff.
You can literally check in right now. That's literally what happened. Seriously, why won't you listen?
Good night.
Mom, why do you always do this? I state my argument and say that you should check out, and then you shut me out. You rather ignore me than actually listen to what I have to say, and it's annoying. This is exactly what I meant by what I said in that letter. Do you have any idea how hard I was crying when I wrote that letter? I've been so upset for so long, but haven't said anything. Please stop pushing me away. I can see that you're reading the messages. Can you please just talk to me? Jesus Christ, talk about shutting it out. It's a potato assignment, first off. Your child isn't murdering people. Secondly, they are telling you, hey, this is for a technical reason. They just haven't uploaded the last assignment yet, so the grade looks crappy. Yeah, totally the kid's fault. It's like one of those parents that try to be overly dominant or something, but then it turns out they're wrong, but they can't backtrack it because of their fragile ego. It's like, no, an F is an F. Like, no, they literally haven't just updated the page.
An F is an F. Oh.
You are very attractive inside out. No wonder men fall for you.
Thank you, but I try not to let it get to my head. I try to stay humble.
That is part of why you're so attractive. Mwah. I won't bother you anymore after this, but I just wanted to say that it was a different time and I was 30 years younger. I would pursue you. That's meant to be a compliment. I hope I didn't say something weird. This is from their stepdad. Hope I didn't say something weird. Well, you're at least one step over the line. I feel ready to go to a specialist and talk about my depression and possible disorders. But first I need to tell my mom,
it's just a face!
Never again. Listen to your kids, because the truth is that even if you don't believe them at first, you still need to hear them out to determine whether or not it's serious or not. By not listening to them, you're just defaulting to the option that they're faking it, which is so toxic. Trump got COVID.
No, Hope Hicks has it.
Trump just tweeted. COVID.
Fake news.
Fox reported.
Probably just got it from Sleepy Joe.
Oh, news articles. Oh, no facts. Oh, yeah. Oh, dodged that bad boy. I'm agile.
I just had to take my daughter to an ENT. Here was our conversation, looking at her chart.
Doctor, allergic to aluminum in medications? Why would there be aluminum in medications?
Me. She is allergic to vaccines. There's aluminum in vaccines.
Doctor, there's aluminum in vaccines? Really?
Yes, sir.
Interesting. I didn't know there was aluminum in vaccines. Why would that be in there? To himself, looking puzzled. How did you find that out?
Me. The CDC media and explains list, it says it right there.
Really? It does?
Yes, along with many other harmful ingredients like formaldehyde and human DNA.
I didn't know any of that was in there. I just had a bunch of vaccines go to Africa.
Well, you should just go look. They might just be shocked at what's in them.
I guess so, looking confused.
Nice to meet you.
And then everyone clapped. $500 for shite that never happened. Buying soundproof foam for your podcasting hobby. Buying soundproof foam so your abusive mom can't hear you crying. Life hacks.
This might be a stupid question. First time mom, I'm wondering how I can protect my child from diseases. We are vax-free, and I'm worried that my child might catch something at daycare or playground.
Vaccinate them. Every time I visit the subreddit, I go back to the thought of, in theory, the idea of having a license for getting kids. It ain't that bad. Hey, you have to be free from this, not do this, So it would be so nice. The problem would be, the reduced freedom and how invasive it would be in people's privacy, and it would turn into a very authoritarian process, which might be worse than the initial problem. So it gives birth to a whole lot of other scary stuff. But only that thought alone is kind of appealing.
For you, JB supporter, I laugh at you for your inorganic.
I eat inorganic food every day made of plastic. You know that organic just means that it's carbon-based? So like literally frickin' everything. Stop saying trans/homophobic slurs in front of your trans gay son or Draw 25.
My mom, woohoo!
Mother.
Can you come in here, please? What's the point of having a phone to call you on if you don't have it with you?
I do, I just answered your call. What do you mean?
Well, I couldn't hear jack shit. What do you think I'm ringing you? I want to talk to Dad? Hang up again or lose that phone. I paid for your SIM and credit. You're going to lose that phone. You freaking ignore me and I promise you.
Context. The mother forgot to turn up the volume on their phone so they couldn't hear the child speaking. It would be funny if they didn't throw such a tantrum about it. My mother lies about my pet running away to get into my apartment.
You always answer me. Where are you? Hey, you home? I just got a message. Your door open in your apartment. I'm going up there to check it out.
My door isn't open in my apartment, Lamau.
I can't find your cat. Yes, it was ask your neighbor Rita. I know you're in Huntington.
You lie like a dog. I'm in my apartment.
I just left from there.
No, you didn't. I'm at my apartment. Why do you act like a dramatic 13-and-a-half-year-old? Stop. Mom plagiarizing me. Their name is derived from the Chinese character fu, meaning life. Cornsby doesn't exist. I made him up. This is not where food names come from. This is literally fake words that I gave you as an example. Please stop copying and pasting my words into your paper. Cornsby? Who the frick is Cornsby? Oh my god. When you want to catch someone for copying your homework, you just put in fake stuff and it's like, that was never in the school book. Where did you get that from? Oh, my fake paper? Who would have thunk it? So context. Need surgery because my parents wouldn't get me braces when I was a kid.
No, sorry, maybe a loan, but I think you're actually crazy to go ahead with it. Like, seriously. Next will be a nose job. Then I'll be wanting a boob job.
I'm in lots of pain.
I don't care what they say. I'm not paying.
Oh, there's a difference. This isn't cosmetic. Boob and nose job is.
I know, but we can't keep paying shite forever, no matter what it is.
Again, I'm 19, not 30.
I've given you my answer. Take no for an answer, and you'll find it at 32.
And this is a result of not having braces as a child. That's not my fault.
They'll tell you tomorrow you need it done, of course, because you're a sitting duck, because we said no.
Disrespectful would be me asking for $16,000 for a car.
Back off, back off. Since when do you always need braces? Lol. You're diagnosing yourself left and right and center here. You are incapable of accepting the word no. Always have been. No, no, no.
I will need to pay this all by myself.
Yup, we can't do this for you. Decides to need surgery to lol. Not discussing this again. We've had our answer many times. Please, can you level the front door? Lock.
Decides, as if this is a decision.
Please lock the front door. We have to draw the line somewhere at adulthood. Anyways, you can always argue as much as you like.
Honestly, I'm pretty upset by that. Especially considering the fact I got this is because I didn't have braces as a child.
I know you are. Nothing has changed. Sorry you're upset.
Sorry, you think you deserve an apology. If you didn't give your child braces, help them pay for the problems they have gotten for that fact, especially if you ignored a doctor along the way. Asked a question in Crunchy Moms.
I vaccinated my first because at the time it felt right. He's now 7 years old. He's not had a vaccine in years. I am wanting to detox him. What would you recommend? Would it still make a difference?
Dandelion and clovers, parsley, lemon, ginger, turmeric, garlic, pineapple, and iodine. Hell yeah, I have some ginger stuff I use in my tea. That means I don't need to get vax. Woo! Science! Telling my child to talk to me more about her feelings because I am her mother. My daughter gives me a little bit of trust, so she talks to me about some of her problems. Using her problems after a while, yelling to embarrass and shame her.
I am doing it so you can become tougher and a better person.
Oh, this is a small wholesome thing that I thought would fit very well in this video. Don't let a bad day distract you from all the progress you made today. And that's very true. Whether you find yourself in a complicated situation with relationships, with family, during lockdown, with work, with school, know that you've come so far in the last few years and you will make it much farther. It's important to take your problems seriously, but don't make them bring your entire life down. We're all rooting for you, and it does get better. Daily Mail. We can't help who we fall in love with. Father runs off with girlfriend's mother just days after the daughter gave birth. Jesus, that's a twist. Poor lady. But your parents bail and your partner bail, and they bail together. Right when you have a child. This is even worse than, my best friend ran away with my... This is even worse. Dad, worth a listen. Could you listen to it? If not, I'll send to Mom too. She has Facebook. You could listen to it with her. If not, I'll play it for you on Monday. I got 3 minutes into it and the biology already isn't lining up. Cell poisoning doesn't exist. It's called radiation sickness. Viruses are not chemical. They are minute partials that only function inside a host cell where they reproduce. When destroyed, viruses don't go into our mouths and orifices. They are either intercepted by T cells because... Okay, so it's literally a Facebook. The source is literally Facebook. We should just change the saying from saying textbook pseudoscience to just Facebook pseudoscience. It will be more accurate in this modern day and age.
When I had my first child, I promised not to be a toxic parent. Here's a story I would like to share. I was accepted on a partial scholarship of St. Louis College of Pharmacy at 16 years old. Had a dedicated deposit and signed a contract stating I would not accept any offers from other colleges. My parents, who were divorced, would not together nor individually help me secure my dreams. So devastated and heartbroken, I picked up 3 jobs the summer before my senior year and took standardized tests like crazy. Got a full scholarship at Mizzou. Needed $1,000 to get there. Mind you, I worked at Aeropostale. Finished line and part-time stocking toys at Toys R Us. Saved $1,000, making no more than $20 an hour at all 3 jobs combined. Still having to give my mom money when she demanded. I tucked it away in a small hole in my mattress lining. My mom decided to change my linen when I'm at work one day, usually to myself, and found $100 sticking out. She tore the mattress open to find $1,200 stashed. I was confronted, chastised, hit, and told, "Do you know how many bills I could have paid this summer?" Then as punishment assigned me to pay the water bill and phone bill from then on since I had the extra money. I screamed and cried, told her it was for college. She said that because I had been disobedient, I had to go to community college instead, and that she would not provide her W-2 for me to get financial aid if it was anywhere else. I would never freaking do that to any of my children. I went to therapy because of shit like this that happened all throughout my childhood. Be your child's refuge, not their antagonist. That is so bad. The worst thing, they don't actually support you, but then they go so far to actually take the money away from you that you work together yourself. It's not only that they're not there for you, they're actively against you. Holy, what a sack of garbage. Momio. Gotcha. Did you have any breathing problems or anything like that? Did Dad or Devon quarantine you to one room? I had tightness in my chest and a little bit of a cough. Been staying in our bedroom. Devon tested negative. Dad didn't get tested, but hadn't have any symptoms. Dad should probably get tested, don't you think? He has been staying home too. I'm glad you're doing okay though. Scary stuff. You know your dad, still going to the task force in Hockery. Haha, Corky! It was just like having a bad case of the flu. Yeah, then maybe you shouldn't spread it to other people. Oh, it's so Corky. It's just, you know how your dad is. Just going meeting everyone anyway. Probably licks them in the face too. Woo, it's Corky Things.
Parents. We parents don't throw temper tantrums, as we are much more mature than our children. Child, ask for anything completely reasonable. Parent.
No, that's to be my way. I know what's best. That's why parenting is so hard. It's not fair.
Proceeds to be child. Thank you, camera. You're also sick of this.
Yeah.
Vichus are a fat no-no from my dad. I've been called like 2 times dating. I'm not allowed until 12th grade, I think. I have an app on my phone called Bark. It alerts my parents if I sign into a new account, say a bad word, anything with drugs, basically anything. Also, Life 360 tracks where I am at all times, and they can lock my phone at a push of a button, which they do like 5 times a day. No phone in my bedroom/bathroom. No talking about other people on text. Only Christian music is allowed. No crops. They just started letting me wear ripped jeans. I can't wear makeup. I can't go into my parents' bathroom. Nice.
Yeah, let's limit our child's life to this and then be surprised when they become a rebel. Woo.
Me wants to close my door. My mom.
Hippity hoppity, your privacy is not your property. Woo!
My parents 10 minutes after telling me to KIS, asking me what I want for dinner. We were bad, but now we're good. Yeah. Oh, everything is forgotten and forgiven. Living with my parents during the pandemic, and my mother seems a little too concerned with me and my boyfriend's sleep schedules. I am up by 9 every day, and he's up by 2 p.m. solely because he works until 4 a.m.
Be prepared. I am waking you both up at 11 a.m. We are starting a new sleep schedule tomorrow. You might want to go to sleep now. I would rather be asleep just like you would like to be asleep at 11 a.m. today, but that's not going to happen. I will be a frickin' drill sergeant. You both will be out of bed and doing something for the day. I don't care that you're working night shift. You have to be on the same schedule as I am, because reasons that I don't know, some reasons, my sleep schedule is the only appropriate one.
Racist and manipulative parents are still your family. Like we say usually in these videos, family is amazing when it works, family is a starting point, and you shouldn't cut ties with family unnecessarily. That would be silly. But it doesn't mean that your family can act however they want and how far out there as possible, and you still expecting to be there just because herby-derby same genes. No, that's not how it works.
No vaccine for HIV after 40 years of research. No vaccine for the common cold. No vaccine for cancer after 100 years of research.
Vaccine for okay.
Nothing. A virus mysteriously appears, and within a year a vaccine is created, and we're expected to take it. No thanks.
HIV replicates itself too fast to make a vaccine. Can be prevented with condoms. Common cold doesn't need a vaccine because it isn't deadly. Cancer is not a virus, nor is it contagious. What is this comparison? It's important to separate your opinions from you as a person. Realizing that an opinion is bad and changing your mind about it doesn't necessarily make you a bad person. The best way to learn and grow is to be able to accept the fact that you can be wrong. Otherwise, you will never learn anything new or be able to challenge yourself. You'll be stuck in a small echo chamber or a bubble with people who believe exactly the same things, and it will just escalate. It's really bad, no matter what the subject is about. Challenge the opinions. Most of the time, you will find some stuff that you will stick to. Some of the stuff you'll find out like, oh, well, this gave me a broader perspective. Awesome. Don't be too afraid of being wrong. The same thing like we talked about before. Don't be too afraid to make mistakes. But it's what you choose to do with it that determines if it's productive or just toxic. Make sure your children have a good childhood.
Abuse them for the slightest mistake. My father, woo, Tokyo Drift. Hey, where you at? Hey, yeah, gonna blow up your phone till they call. You have to call me. Call me.
This was all in the lap of 2 minutes. Well, lasses and lasses, I do hope you enjoyed this video. Down below, you can find links to the Patreon, Discord, all those amazing niggas. Other than that, hope you have an amazing day, not time, Thomas Europe, and I will see you in the next video. Take care. Mwah.